Well, this is John Black, Super Chemist. I want to talk about my old channel because they gave it back to me after like a year or a year and a half. Before this channel, I was getting deleted, every month. I get a channel last a month, last 2, 3 months. If it was 6 months, that was like a big deal to me, man. So I stopped putting search words down. No more search words. Even the title I had was just generic. It was just, my first video was like part 1, second video part 2. So, basically that generic, you know what I mean? Oh, it's a diary of a dying Pastafarian, part 1, part 2, part 3. That was every video title. So there was nothing for you to delete me for, you know what I mean? And that finally was my first, political or deep state or religious or whatever you want to call it channel that lasted a whole year, or close to that, somewhere around there, I don't know. But it was like a whole year that I had it, right? I had like 135 videos up, and they deleted my channel. What's funny is the last couple weeks, maybe 3, 4 weeks, I started using, I got cocky. It was a whole year. It was a long time. I was like, I'm going to start using a little bit of search words and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I started using search words, and boom, they deleted my channel. But apparently it wasn't because of that, right? Because now, yesterday, I'm typing up my whatevers, right? I'm just watching, YouTube videos, whatever I'm doing, right, on the computer. And this thing pops up, right? It says they delete from YouTube. And I know that picture that pops up because it's been popped up in my face so many times now since I started doing these kind of videos. I thought they censored me when I used to complain and blah, 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 how they censored me when I had the chemistry channel. That was nothing. That was literally, I can't believe I was mad at them for that. You know what I mean? They barely censored me over there. But, yeah, so I'm thinking that's one, and what's funny is this last couple weeks, like 2 weeks, or maybe, a week, I started using search words again. Like a fool, because I've had my channel now for like a year or whatever. I'm getting cocky, I guess, But, so that pops up. I'm thinking, oh my God, I used the search words. Can't do that. They'll censor me. And, so anyways, I figured out that no, they were talking about, because the thing popped up and it said you can appeal it. And I didn't know what channel they were talking about, but I wanted to appeal it no matter what, man. I was like, screw this. So I said, yeah, I want to appeal it. And they gave me an address, so I clicked on it, and it was my thing for my email. So that I can, and I left that window open waiting for them to email me, you know what I mean? Because they said they were going to check my appeal. Keep in mind, they deleted my channel like a year and a half ago. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. At this point, I have no clue that it's that old channel. I think it's one of my new channels, you know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, they give me a thing, because I'm still confused because all my channels are still up, you know what I mean? None of them are deleted. Well, except for that one a year and a half ago, or a year ago, whatever. So they send me an email at the end, like 12 hours later, and they say, oh, we apologize. We just want to give everyone a safe space. Make sure they got a safe space. Oh, so you delete my channel for a year? Over a year? Okay, well, whatever. So I have the channel. Now I have 2 channels, right, though, now. I got the Alien Prophet channel, and I have the, what do you call it? The Public Press channel. So anyways, I want everyone to go to my, because this story is going to continue on. I'm going to send another video because YouTube just screwed me over, okay? I'll tell you why in the next video. But in this video, I just want you to know I have this new other channel. It's got 135 videos that they couldn't be on. And like I said, I don't know what's on them. I watched about the first 10 of them, right? So I wanted to see. I can't remember what's on them. And and they're all, the titles are stupid, so I don't know what's in each video. So I did watch the first 10 videos or somewhere around there, and it was talking about the first couple videos was talking about me. Then I went into the climate crisis, and I have like 15 climate crisis videos on my other channels, you know what I mean, that I made since then, like in BitChute and Rumble. And they're actually better because I started going and taking my camera and putting it right up to the screen so that you can actually see instead, because I was just drawing pictures of the graphs, saying, and then I tell them where I got the graph at, you know what I mean. I got this from blah blah blah. You can go check it out on the internet, but it's better when you can show them, you know what I mean, on the internet. But even though I have a lot more, you know, climate crisis videos on my newer channels, the ones that I have on that old channel, Public Press, it's actually I give a lot more information, different information, because I didn't copy it. You know, that stuff was lost. You know what I mean? When they deleted my channel, that was it. Everything, information, everything was gone. So I had to redo it, kind of. You know what I mean? I got different angle or whatever. But yeah, there's a lot more stuff on it. You have to find it. You have to go to, and I'll put a link in the thing underneath in the description or whatever. You go to the search engine and you put that, you know, like shift 2, that you'll get that little @ sign. Public Press 6021. So Public Press 6021. But you got to have that @ sign and no spaces. But like I said, I'm going to try to put the link below in the description. You can just click on that. But yeah, I don't know what's on these videos. I really don't. I'm assuming now that I'm watching them that some of them's going to be about my life and some of them's going to be Pastafarian sermons. And a lot of them are going to just be stuff that I have in this, you know, in my newer channels, but they're just a different viewpoint or whatever, slightly, or just slightly different information, you know. Because I like looked that information up, and then the newer channels, I looked the information up again, kind of, you know what I mean. So I got different information, but I all say all the information says the same stuff, you know what I mean. Let me see how much time I got. Oh, 7:40. So yeah, I'm going to have a second video. Please watch that second video because this is insane. These people, they're basically, they just literally, there's a stink of fly. They just literally, like within a day of them emailing me saying, we're sorry that we harassed you for nothing. And we deleted your video because, you know, someone was crying about something and they didn't feel safe, even though they're probably in another country or another state than me. Like, what are you talking about? Be safe, okay? If you need to be safe on the internet, you need to be in a nut house, okay? Because no one's going to get you through no one's going to jump through the monitor, start hurting you or anything. And if you don't like what they're saying, you just go off of their channel. What the hell? This is insane. This is like someone walking into my house. And because I'm saying something inside my house and in privacy of my home, and they're like, I don't want you saying that, you know? And I'm thinking, well, why don't you just leave my house? Why are you here? You know? Same with my channel. Why are you at my channel? If you're offended and you're hurt, you're not safe. You can just leave. But what does YouTube do? No. They want to censor you like a Nazi piece of crap because they're so un-American. The deep state comes over to the YouTube and all the CEOs just get on their knees and start sucking dick. This is what it is. Because they're pieces of shit over there. I swear to God, man. But anyways. So and what's funny is I was so happy that I got back my old channel, you know, and I'm watching all the videos on it, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh wow, this is all, I forgot all about this information, you know what I mean? Like, and then they gotta come and smack me in the face, man. I kind of think they just gave me my channel back just so they could screw with me, man. I swear to God.